Hey, I'm Ayesha, and if you're learning Groovy for DevOps, Jenkins, or automation, this single video will save you hours. In this video, we will learn how to work with strings, lists, and maps, the core of every Groovy script. You don't need any heavy setup, you just need the browser where you can run the Groovy online compiler. Let's get started. A string is just a text, anything inside quotes, okay? Let's see how Groovy makes working with strings clean and easy. I've selected the language as Groovy, and in this way, I'll be able to write the code in Groovy and compile here on the browser. We don't need to install anything, okay? Here, I'm creating a variable called name and storing the text mindful techie. Did you notice something? I did not mention the data type like we usually do in Java. That's because in Groovy, you can just use def, and Groovy automatically figures out the type for you. Super clean. In the next line, I'm going to use print ln hello dollar name and close double quotes. So when I run this, it prints hello mindful techie. That's Groovy's string interpolation in action because I use dollar symbol along with the variable name. You don't need to use plus sign or string concatenation. Then let's write print ln. Your name has dollar open curly braces name dot length close curly braces characters. Inside the curly braces, dollar curly braces name dot length actually runs that code and finds the length of the string. And then I write print ln double quotes. Your name has dollar open curly braces name dot length characters. Let's run this. It prints your name has 14 characters. That's the beauty of string interpolation. You can execute small pieces of logic right inside your string. Now let's print name.length directly. Notice this time I'm not using curly braces, and that's because I'm not doing string interpolation. I'm simply calling a method and it works perfectly fine. But if you want to perform a logical operation inside this double quotes, that is inside the string, you need to use dollar and curly braces. Next, we will use two uppercase to convert everything into capital letters. Print ln name dot to uppercase. Let's run the code, and you can see the mindful techie is now in uppercase. Now we will check print ln name dot contains techie. This checks if the word techie exists inside the string. As techie exists inside the string, the output is true. So just in a few lines, we have stored the text, printed the variable, counted the characters, and even checked words, all without writing a single data type or a semicolon. That's Groovy, short and simple. So remember, use dollar sign, dollar variable when you just want to insert values directly into a string. Use dollar with curly braces when you want to run a small calculation or expression inside the string. And yes, all your favorite Java string methods still work perfectly in Groovy. Let's do one more quick test. I have two numbers, def A is equal to 5, def B is equal to 10. Inside the print line, I write sum of dollar $A and dollar $B is dollar curly brace A B. Dollar $A plus B actually does the math inside the string. So the output will be sum of 5 and 10 is 50. This is simple and clean. Now let's talk about lists in Groovy. A list is an ordered collection that can store multiple values, like a list of strings, numbers, or even other objects. You can think of it as an array, but far more flexible and easier to work with. In Groovy, lists are created using the square brackets, and they automatically support dynamic typing, which means you can mix different types of element in the same list if needed. Here I've created a list called fruits using the square brackets. Inside I have added multiple items: apple, banana, mango, an integer 1, a string abcd, and even a decimal zero point 0.1. This shows one of the Groovy's biggest strengths. A single list can hold different data types, unlike Java's strict type rules. When I write print ln fruits, it prints the entire list as it is. Groovy automatically formats it with square back brackets, making it easier to read. Next, print ln fruits square bracket, index 0. This accesses the first element of the list. Remember, just like Java, Groovy uses zero based indexing, which means the first element is at the index 0. Then I'm adding fruits.add orange and I will print fruits. This appends a new value to the end of the list. Now I will remove fruits.remove banana. This removes the specific element from the list. This removes the element banana from the list. You can see there's no banana in the list. So with just a few lines we created a list, access the list, modified a list. There is no ArrayList class, no imports and no type declarations. That's the Groovy's simplicity. Clean, flexible and fast. You can mix different data types such as strings, numbers and decimals and Groovy still handles it gracefully because it is dynamic in nature. That's a huge plus point for quick automation scripts. This is all you need to remember for lists. Create a list, access a list, add an element to a list, and remove an from a list. That's it. Now let's learn looping in Groovy. Let's start with the code. I've created a list of fruits, apple, banana, and mango. Now, instead of printing the entire list at once, let's iterate through each element and print them individually. Here, I'm using the each method, a built-in Groovy function that loops through every element in the list. So fruits.eat, open curly braces, close curly braces, fruits.eat, fruit, print ln, I love, dollar, fruit. Now let me explain you the code. Here I'm using the each method, a built-in Groovy function that loops through every element in the list. And inside the curly braces, I have defined a temporary variable called fruit, which holds the value of each element during the iteration. So when the loop runs, first fruit, apple, and then banana, and then mango is printed. Inside the block, I'm printing the message I love apple, I love banana, I love mango. The dollar $fruit part uses string interpolation to directly insert the value of the current element into the output. As a result, the program prints I love apple, I love banana, I love mango. The each method is one of the cleanest method to handle iteration in Groovy. Unlike the traditional for loops, you don't need to deal with counters or indexes manually. It automatically takes care of the traversal, which makes your code shorter, readable, and expressive. This is one of the reasons Groovy is preferred for automation and scripting tasks. So while looping in Groovy, you need to use list.each, create a temporary variable, arrow mark, and then you can use the item with a dollar symbol. Maps in Groovy are used to store the data in key value pairs. Let's jump right into the code. A map stores information in key value pairs like a small database. Here I'm creating a map called student. Inside the square bracket, I have defined three key value pairs. Name is Ayesha, course is Groovy, and marks are 95. So the key is on the left side and the corresponding values are on the right side, like Ayesha, Groovy, and marks. The colon here separates each key from its value. When I print the map using print ln student, Groovy automatically displays it in curly braces. And now I will print the student, and here we can see the output. To access the individual values, I can use a dot notation. For example, student.name. Print ln student.name. Here we got Aisha is the student. I can also use println student brackets name. Even this prints Aisha. So both the ways work the same. It's just a matter of preference. If you want, you can use a dot to access the value, or you can use square bracket. So if you want to update the marks from 95 to 100, imagine I got 100 out of 100 in Groovy. Let's update it. Student dot marks equals 100, and we will again print the marks. Now I've again printed the student map to check if the marks have been updated or not. And we can see here the marks are 100. This confirms that the map in Groovy are mutable, meaning their values can be modified even after the creation. Maps are incredibly common in automation scripts. You'll see them used to store configuration details, environment variables, and even data passed into Jenkins pipelines. They are flexible, lightweight, and very fast, which is exactly what makes Groovy such a perfect language for scripting. This is how you can create a list, access a list, and update a list. Pause this video and try this challenge on the online compiler. Create a map with your name, favorite color, and favorite number, and print a personalized sentence. Hey, Aisha, your favorite color is purple and your favorite number is 7. I made a map called me with three keys: name, color, and number. I used $me.name. Your favorite color is $me.color, and your number is $me.number. To pull values directly from the map, the output says, "Hey Aisha, your favorite color is purple and your number is 7." That's real time data being printed dynamically and very useful in scripts. And let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Now let's take one more example to really understand how the maps work, this time with a bit of nested data. Here I've created a map called laptop. It contains four key value pairs: brand, model, price, and spec. The first three, that is brand, model, and the price, store simple values. But notice the fourth key, specs. It holds another map altogether inside it. The inner map stores details like RAM 16 GB, storage 512 GB SSD. This is called a nested map. One map stored inside another. It's a very common structure when you're working with configurations or JSON data. Now let's look at how we access the values. Println laptop dot brand. This prints the brand name Dell. Println laptop square brackets model returns Inspiron. Now let's print the price. Println dollar price dot dollar laptop dot price, and now it is printing the price is 65,000. To access the nested values, I chain the keys together. For example, println laptop dot specs dot. Let's see what output we get from this. And wow, here we have 16 GB RAM. And to print the storage, we use print laptop specs storage. Here we go. We have 512 GB SSD. So here you're not just reading flat data, you're drilling down through multiple levels of a map. The structure is exactly how Groovy handles complex data like JSON responses, API payloads, and Jenkins parameters. If you understand this pattern, you can easily handle any kind of structured data inside Groovy scripts. You just mastered strings, lists, and maps, the foundation of every Groovy script. So in the next video, we'll be learning how to use for loops, while loops, and looping through lists and maps. We will learn how to define functions, return values from functions. Like this video if you learned something and comment your output. I love reading your comments. This is Mindful Techie from India, signing off.